I'm sure I've taken a load of photos that I really should have known better than to take. But hey, I'm still all excited because we're allowed out and I could stay out in Maddie last night. At the end of the pier or jetty, and I'm not sure what that jetty does, it might be refueling or offloading, just the right hand side at the end, there's a structure that has a ladder on it. Very bizarre. It's going to need the 70 to 200 lens because that is a long way offshore. But this is a very pleasant day. I think it's around about 8 o'clock, which is high tide. This side, most of this side seems to be the more protected area where they have nesting birds. They have these long-tailed, brown moss-tailed things, caterpillars, that are apparently really irritating. The one thing I am very conscious of is the battery life on the Z50. I think it's a thing with all the mirrorless cameras. The battery life isn't hugely good. Now, I've done a shoot last night, I've been shooting this morning, and it's all been long exposures to one degree or another, and we're on the red battery light. I've got a second battery with me, and I've got the D7200 as well, just in case. Come prepared. I never really thought about battery life with the D7200. I've got 4 batteries and I could shoot all day on one. So this is a little bit of a shock to the system. But hey ho, other than that, I think I'm relatively pleased with it. Right, I'm going to put you down because I need to find out how to get down on the beach. Go see this strange contraption. Short and sweet because I'm just about to run out of battery power. I think it must be the cold that's getting to everything. But this bizarre structure has actually got 3 legs. It might have 4, but I can only see 3. So I've been wandering up and down. You can see my footprints in the sand somewhere around here. I've been wandering up and down trying to get the 3 legs in and the ladder in the middle. I'd love to know what it is. I've also been shooting up high and down low because the light is so harsh, the horizon is showing up. So I've been trying to lose the horizon by positioning it right in the middle. There's a really thick bar near the bottom of that contraption. So I've been trying to position the horizon there to try and lose it. I think it's worked. At the moment I am shooting quite low down. I've only got 1 leg. Now I did, like a numpty, forget to put my sand feet on this morning. So to steady up the tripod, because this sand is really soft, I've pushed it as far down as I can, and I believe it's worked. Come on, wake up. Oh, it's shooting. Oh, actually, that was completely unintentional. I keep pressing things on this camera and I don't know what they're doing, but it upsets it. It was a completely unintentional shot, that. I'd forgotten, I thought it was a 30-second timer. It wasn't, I was just letting it run. That turned into 42.9 seconds, and I quite like that effect. I've got a slightly darker sky because on the front of the camera I have a reverse grad and a 0.6 soft grad, as well as the 10 stop. I'm at f9. I've put the 70 to 200 on for this shot, by the way, simply because it is so far out, and I'm shooting at 135mm, so I've got lots of sea, then the structure, and then a bit of sky, and the sky has got a gradient on it naturally. So yes, that's been quite a good fun day. It's about, I don't know, 9:45. My stomach's telling me it's breakfast time, or it should be lunchtime. I can't believe how close to shore this boat's coming. I mean, they obviously know what they're doing. And out in the distance between the legs of this pier, You might just be able to make out the RNLI guys are out there doing something. Now, as I say, I was going to stay out for the day. Lack of battery power means I can't, and to be fair, the light is just so harsh, it's ridiculous. And I'm not about to walk back, charge everything up, and then walk back out here tonight. Swirling around here, and then over the 3 wooden bits that you can see just sort of disappearing out here. With a 10 stop, that's just magic. The tide is on its way out now. 7 o'clock was high tide. We should have had slack water, but I don't see any slack water around here. And sunset is still an hour off. But I thought that would work quite well. At the moment, you see this light band here, that's just encroaching in the top of the image. Another probably 10 minutes and the sun will have dipped down sufficiently that that will have disappeared. What I was hoping for was something like this composition, but in portrait format, with some lovely cloud detail, or cloud colour, up there. Maybe. I'm not holding my hopes. But yeah, I really wasn't expecting any of this whatsoever. Hey. She's wicked, isn't she? I can see me losing hours here. The biggest issue with this type of photograph is getting symmetry on either side of the steps, because obviously the hand railings have the verticals and you need to try and get them as even as you can either side of the image, and it's not quite as easy as it seems. The irritating thing is that pack of 3 doesn't quite line up with either side of the railings. It's really annoying, but hey, you can't have it all. The one down there was even and was in line, but for some reason, the sun, that was it. The sun was still catching over there and it's not catching here. And it was making the top of the image kind of slightly uneven. Oh, this is fabulous. The tide is definitely now starting to recede. When I first started doing these, the water was up here and it's now struggling to get past that bit, so we haven't got long left. And the clouds could be colouring up, do you think? Maybe? Don't know. See, I'd be quite happy with just the water swirling around these 3 and then going out to the wind turbines in the background and some colour in the sky. No, I'm not asking too much, am I? Right. I'm going to let this one run, then I'm going to stop. Well, I've been wandering up and down looking for a landscape orientation image, which is really hard to do when you can't get down on the beach. Although if I show you now, the tide is beginning to go out very, very, very slowly. We're also getting some gorgeous clouds up here, but nothing really to speak of out here. But I really wanted to try a landscape orientation image. Excuse me. So I've kind of set up a bit of a... I'm not sure if it works or not. I'll spin you around, and if this is a focus, I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm kind of using this groin coming in from the bottom right out to the marker buoy, sort of all just over, almost on the thirds, I'm guessing. And I'm running a long exposure, surprise, surprise. I'm actually getting some of the sky in. So I can't show you because everything will go electric blue. But I think that actually kind of works. And I've done a portrait orientation one straight down this groin leading out to that marker buoy. Sort of like an arrowhead. And I think that actually works quite nicely as well. So yeah, it's an interesting evening. Just need the sky to light up now. Well, I think that's it for tonight. It looked like we were going to get some colour, but I'm guessing there's a huge bank of cloud over there that has snuffed it out. It did start to glow very slightly, but hey, I can't complain. It hasn't rained for 2 days and it's been gloriously warm. One thing I forgot to mention earlier on today is, I'm just going to pack my tripod up. The Spurn Point is managed by the Yorkshire Wildlife Trust. I remembered at the last minute that I'm a member of that. It's about £3 a month or something I pay. And it's well worth a trip out. They do a great job. All these sort of charities that look after our beauty spots do a spot-on job. But yeah, Spurn's well worth a wander out. The beauty of Spurn this morning was up until, I don't know, 10 o'clock, I didn't see a soul. It was fabulous. Couldn't have asked for better weather. Couldn't have asked for a better location. So look after yourselves. Thanks for coming along. And I'll see you all next weekend, where I might not be doing seascapes. You never know. See you later.